morning, friends. Happy Thursday. It is April 18th. Got my little container of my current favorite after school snack. It's generally some form of cereal, and then I go through a box of cereal once a week, just eating after school. We are also making rocket fuel punch from News2You, and we are making like a melting snowman snack that's from the Made For Me Literacy Weather Seasons unit. So for the rocket fuel punch, you need the little cherries, and you only need about 3 ounces of pineapple juice, but I like pineapple juice, and this was cheaper than buying the individual cans, so I guess I'm going to be drinking some pineapple juice this afternoon. And then I got 7-Up because it was on sale for $2. That's crazy that a 2-liter being on sale for $2 is now considered a deal. I remember when they'd be $1. Oh, the good old days. And then for the snack, you use parchment paper and then pretzels, and then you do a bag of white chocolate chip, dark chocolate chip. And then you put sprinkles over the top. It's supposed to represent the orange carrot nose from the snowman. I don't know if I'll necessarily do that, but it's in one of the questions for comprehension on what color sprinkles you use. But I wasn't gonna just spend money on orange sprinkles. And then the juice, it wants 2 ounces of blue. Well, we're just gonna add little Hawaiian Punch flavor packs and call it a day. So that's kind of our science-ish theme for the day. Been trying to do a turtle mocha, which is basically just chocolate and caramel, but I just, as usual, I'm nowhere near the right consistency, and I think, you know, partially that's because Caribou makes their own sauces, but I mean, it has to be pretty similar to this, and I'm getting nowhere even close on the taste. Here we are, back in the beautiful classroom. State of my room. Can you tell it's spring and it's muddy? Like mud everywhere. And just like random things. Yippee. This looks like a bad house party. But we really liked our rocket fuel punch. It was quite tasty. But now we need to clean the mess up. Sitting over here doing my daily decompress, sit on my phone, and prepare myself to clean up this disaster land. And then I spotted something. Ew. And it's pretty common for me to have students at the same time that I'm eating my lunch. It's just kind of how life in special education is. Like, the schedules just are never ideal, I feel like. But I opened a soda, was doing something with a kid, and then I didn't think I had my soda anymore. I forgot that I'd opened one, so I went and got another. So I've been working my way through 2 Mountain Dews. But I normally don't even finish the whole can at school, so I've been trying to get myself to drink that. And then we have what one of my pairs called, it looks like a little frat house party over here after our rocket punch. I need to clean that up too. It never takes me very long to try and put the place back together, but it just seems like such a daunting task. Ugh. I always do copies of this on Partner lesson, and the parents can practice it at home, and we can use the boxes and we can write all over it. A lot of the times we do the same lesson several times in a row, so it's just nice to have extra copies of the stuff. And then I'll pick a page out of the workbook to work on, especially in these beginning lessons, because there's usually only 3 pages, so I have 1 left over. So you can see this is where this kid is at.
this actually doesn't go with the actual curriculum itself. Like, it's not a part of the intensive intervention. I just picked it up at Walmart because I was like, oh my gosh, that's what I use in my classroom. And then I realized that it lines up with all the books that it tells you to read. So it's just nice extra practice for some of those kids. And I have lots and lots of the Bob series. Sound Partners is a good intervention. It's just a really intensive intervention because you can only have 2 kids in the group. So that can be hard sometimes to finagle if you have a lot of kids at the same level. And we'll go swap out our books. So one group was reading My Room. This is like a level A or B. And this one they were reading about How Frogs Grow. And this is, I think, a G. Yes. And they did really well with that. So tomorrow they will be reading The Baby, and this is lesson 22. So I have this, which is a Velcro version of an LLI packet. I do the Velcro so we're not wasting time with gluing and cutting. And we could just do the activities and call it a day. So it's all Velcro. So D for duck and dolphin, B for banana and bee, C for cat and cupcake, and H for house and heart. So take them off. And then put them on after they've all been mixed up. Beautiful. So that's that. And then the green group are reading Brave Taco. The kids love dog books. It's a level E. And then here's our little comprehension. How did Orson feel about the Big Red Machine? How did Taco feel? What was the Big Red Machine? And I believe Molly Messino, that's the same person that does the orange level. And I also have it behind that little cart. I don't know if you could tell. It says blue there, and the gold one's over there too. Personally, I had a hamburger for lunch from school, crispy hash browns even, but they also had salads. I usually get the hot choice compared to salad because usually when we do salads like this, where the kids can choose from them too, that there's extra salads. And I was correct that there was extra salad. Because I get school lunch every single day, I feel like I get a little bit of favoritism from like the lunch lady and the janitor, because they know I like school lunch and I like food. And one last thing before we go home. One thing I've been working on this school year towards the end, as I said, cleaning up, consolidating in my last video, is this little math section. And this little math section with a little bit of reading overflow down there, I'm trying to go through my games and make sure I actually use them. Like these right here. We're in the cardboard boxes like that, and they just store so much easier in a little Ziploc, and then I save space. So just going through things and making sure I'm actually using it and that I hasn't been sitting around here for years and years and years. Like this, like it looks so great. It's actually just little games that have to do with 10 frames. And have I ever used it in the 7 years I've been here? No. Should I use it more? Yes. It'd probably serve me better if it was Velcro or on a file folder. Probably. So something like this, I'll probably put in a little binder or something. It's just cute little 10 frame games. And then these are the instructions that go with it. But when it's in a book like this, I'm never using it. While I didn't buy it, somebody else in my position did. 2012. That's the year I graduated high school. Right now, it's kind of set up kindergarten and beginning of first grade skills. Technically, connecting math concepts read as kindergarten level, but you get up to like adding by like 12 plus 23. That's not a kindergarten skill. And there's more lessons than there are days in a kindergarten school year, which is fine because if you're in a special education classroom and you're in kindergarten and you're on grade level, like you really don't need a math intervention. But anyways, generally this is kindergarten, beginning of first grade-ish skills. And then here's like second grade, third grade, fourth grade, fifth grade. That's kind of what I want to do. And you can see my ULS stuff is kind of in here too. When I redo this next year, because all of this will get carted off into the hallway, I want to put the ULS things. You'll see it's that, and a little bit of that into these first 3, and then do the reading, and then math, and then math. It'd be great if they'd all fit in one, but it's not going to happen at the current amount of materials I have. I mean, it's not, you never want to complain about having too much curriculum. I have plenty of things I've never used, but it's just stuff I'm working through. So like today, I played this game right here, Shape Adventure, and then I cut the box up and put it in the bag. Tomorrow, we will most likely do one of those, or we will play with these little books that are in here, which are really fun. It's just hard when you have a whole group of kids and you've only got one of the same books, and they have these little things, and the kids just mess around with them, and you can kind of see through it too. But I mean, it's fun for just a little bit of practice every once in a while. But you can see that was like teen numbers. There's some shapes, number patterns, place value, like, so it doesn't really go with the flow, I guess you could say. I'd like to have the shapes in here with this, but that's not something I'm working on tonight, but maybe by the end of the year. Because again, today was the 139th day of school. There's 29 days till summer. Not really, 29 school days of kids. Our sweet janitor, our night custodian, performed a miracle because the state of this place, it was not good. Yay, clean floors and clean tables. And just like that, it is the end of the day. Happy Friday, y'all. April 19th, in case I didn't say that yesterday or today. The room is a disaster. Fun Friday, man. Marble game, Hungry Hippo, random foods and snacks. Having a little peanut butter sandwich before we go coach some volleyball. So excited. I already did the color copies last week, so that's already laminated. So I just have to put the packets together and then swap out my symbols.
This is as good a day as any to start the rebuilding of life. The roads that lay open are many when the old one's gone under the knife. And I can feel the sun on my skin.
Okay, time to get rocking and rolling and ready to go to volleyball. Honestly, I'll be there early, but I like to play volleyball, so I like to get there early and just play around with my other co-coach, because we both love volleyball. And we both get there very, very early. Like, one of the first people there each time we've had a game. It's not at our school, it's another school at the district. Board looks beautiful. Dinosaur theme next week is going to be great. Instagram, YouTube worthy content, because it is so easy to theme things dinosaur. I just have a lot of dinosaur stuff, and the Dollar Tree generally sells dinosaur stuff too, so I could do a little decor, but we'll see how motivated I am feeling next week. I do have a couple things that I could have done, like I didn't switch out those LLI books. I didn't make any of my morning copies, but that's fine. It takes me like minutes in the morning, and it's not like a big rush to the copy machine, because most of the teachers here do it on their prep periods, which is in the middle of the day, which isn't me, because, you know, they don't exist for me, but that's fine. But another thing before we go to the great volleyball recipe we're making is basically a dirt cup, but it's dinosaurs. So like a cookie that you make a footprint for like a dinosaur fossil. And we get to use the blender. So that means we get to use this. You basically can plug the blender into it, and you can use, oh, that was my toe. You can use a switch, like just that plain old yellow one or a bigger one, to turn the blender on. Super fun.